Number 7 is Girls' Night In with our choice, Chick Lit Picks. So yummy to read, you just want to, curl up and forget the world. I'm back. Here are my top girls. We loved when Adriana Trigiani brought us another of her entertaining Italian-American family romps in Very Valentine.
I have a cousin named Valentine, and she always says to me, why don't you name a character after me? And so I said, okay, all right. So, and that's how it became Very Valentine. It's totally her.
And Jane Green was a breath of fresh air with the beach read, The Beach House.
As a woman as a 40-something woman.
I know how you feel.
I'm not going to be writing about single girls looking for Mr. Right because that's not my world anymore.
But our prom queen of the Chick Lit reads is Jen Lancaster, and her prequel to Bitter is the New Black, Pretty in Plaid.
I'm okay with it calling chick lit. I love chick lit. Chick lit is what I read. And if someone wants to think that I am a Bridget Jones in real life, I take that as a compliment.
Yeah. Coming in at number 6, Tagged also had authors whose names generated ink beyond the title of their books, newsmakers in their own right. The 40th anniversary of Woodstock brought one of the concert creators, Michael Lang, back into the news, and he shared his historic story with us in his book, The Road to Woodstock.
Well, the acts weren't really the issue. It was the place. It was the politics. It was the towns that we were trying to get into, finding a site, getting thrown out of our first site a month before the event was supposed to happen, having to move. It was just, an amazing journey for us.
Marcus Buckingham raised the roof for women with his new book, Find Your Strongest Life, What the Happiest and Most Successful Women Do Differently. It was good news.
The most straightforward way to be effective and productive at work is to figure out what your strengths are and apply them.
But one of our authors was a star among stars, astronaut Buzz Aldrin, who shared the story of his journey to the moon and beyond with Magnificent Desolation.
A lot of people could have gone to the moon and kicked up dust. Okay? Really?
I don't think so, but all right.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
At number 5, kids count big time on Tagged, and we have had a lot of fun with our guests in our Just for Kids segments. Ziggy Marley was Jamin Marley style with his new CD of kid-friendly tunes, Family Time.
Lift up your spirits with a song. It's family time. It's family time. It's family time.
The great folk singer Peter Yarrow brought us timeless classic kids songs with his new book and CD collections, Day Is Done and Let's Sing Together. And sing together we did.
Oh, you can't get to heaven.
Oh, you can't get to heaven
On fossil fuel.
on fossil fuel.
'Cause the Lord's gone green.
'Cause the Lord's gone green.
And he knows it's cool.
And he knows it's cool. But the children's author who puts a spell on us time and time again is Magic Treehouse series author Mary Pope Osborne. My daughter Charlotte had a chance to interview Mary about her 42nd Magic Treehouse book, A Good Night for Ghosts.
Can you tell us more about A Good Night for Ghosts?
A Good Night for Ghosts, Jack and Annie go to New Orleans in 1915, and their job is to help a person who's a great artist get on their path to giving their gifts to the world.
It's no secret at number 4 that some of my favorite tags are the Barnes & Noble Recommends selections, the books deemed unputdownable by our booksellers. These books were not only unputdownable, but many of them went right to the bestseller list. Sandra Dallas brought us Prayers for Sale.
It's terribly exciting. It's the sort of thing that every author dreams about.
Kathy Marie Buchanan, The Day the Fall Stood Still.
I took a creative writing course at night school on a whim, really, and soon enough I wanted more time to write than that little gap that existed between scrubbing my children clean and falling into bed myself.
The Physic Book of Deliverance Dane is from first-time novelist Catherine Howe.
Physic is an archaic term for medicine from the colonial period, and so basically this is a time that pre-exists the scientific revolution. So the borderline between science, medicine, and faith is a little bit blurry.
But our favorite recommend selection came from north of the border. Canadian writer Louise Penny and her novel, The Brutal Telling, is 5th in her wonderful Armand Gamache series.
Because he investigates these terrible crimes across Quebec, instead of becoming embittered, which some people could be, he has become a really good man.